hours a day do you work? And I'll tell you later why I'm asking the question.
We have a question here.
Good, thank you.
Speaking about creativity and about talking with children and thinking outside the box.
The box.
Yeah,
yes.
we have a question. Question number 3 from Dragomir Stanchev. How do you encourage creative thinking within your organization?
First of all, there is no such thing as a wrong question. And I hope I repeat this very often. Guys, there is no good or bad question. Something come to your mind, just express it freely, or question it, or challenge whatever we discuss. I think I did it a little bit more maybe in my previous job than I'm doing it right now, and that's a pity, because right now I'm struggling a little bit with my language barrier. So most of the times I'm attending to some meetings where I let it go in Bulgarian because I think it's more valuable for the people there. But then I'm not bringing much value for those meetings. But that's one thing I do. There is no fear for mistake. I should shut up because maybe it's stupid what I'm gonna say. Then with the kids, I'm not kidding actually, and I tried that. Maybe not so small kids, but having some young people. I mean, you do just fine, guys. Which probably might not have anything to do with your business. Just let them question you, why do you do that and that and that and that? Might come up with brilliant, let's say, perspectives that you never thought of, because we all go into that routine. We want it or we don't want it, we do that. So this is one thing which I would like to try also here, not only in my previous part, to engage with students or to young entrepreneurs or to young people, generally speaking, which have not been touched yet by this corporate thing, which I don't think it's a bad one, but it puts you a special routine in your mind, and let them challenge what we do and how do we do it. I don't think I have other types of tips and tricks, and that should be also adapted to each environment or ecosystem that you are part of it, because in some countries might not work just well. If I would go in Germany now saying, guys, we should invite some 18 years old people in the office and question us, I will feel they will not be so happy unless there is a very highly entrepreneurial company there.
Yeah, you mentioned people that having never been in the situation where they work in a corporation or lack enough experience. So we have another question for you. You can see it behind you, question number 2. It's coming from Devi Semyonov. So he asks you, what advice would you give someone going into a leadership position for the first time?
Stay humble. Listen. Be willing to unlearn whatever you've learned before. I'm not saying you should completely do it, but you should be willing to. And be adaptable to whatever you discover, because there is no perfect match. So staying humble and listening to people and willing to work with empower people and giving them trust, that would do, in my opinion. Thank you. Have I touched any sensitive?
Thank you.
So I'll go back to my...
You are hired. I'm not sure if you wanted it. I can force that.
I'll go back to a question because I think it's important, because there is a point I want to make here, and this is knowing the risks. And it's not the risk taking when you take the job, but it's the risk that you impose on everybody around you when you devote yourself to something big. So whether it's an entrepreneurial project that eats up your time, or it's a CEO function which has got its office and social part as well, how do you cope to keep your family happy, work-wise?
First of all, I'm not so sure I managed to do it all the time. I will give you an example, but don't take me wrong. Tonight, it's quite a big event for my son in the school. And I am a bit, I feel my heart a bit broken, I will tell you very honestly. Because I like what I do right now, and I committed to Mihaela and her team. So I couldn't go back. But I was so much very tempted to say I will not do it. That is my first experience with you guys, so I hope you'll take that not like, let's say, I'm begging for your respect or mercy or something, but that's something that proves to me it's not always that I make my family happy, because they're not happy right now. We exchange some pictures though, so we try to cope with that, and probably it will cost me in the weekend. I don't know if my son or my wife will be the one driving that. But no, joke aside, I don't think I managed to do that. And probably we cannot be perfect, either in job or at home. And that's it. We just need to understand and think what we can do with that afterwards. And it's the same probably like, is that saying, doesn't matter how many times you fall down, it matters how many times you rise up. Well, we probably fuck up quite often home or in the office. It's just what do you do after? Do you remain a jerk, or you try to improve?
And
is it coming to your question, Mihaela?
No, but we can think of something creative at the end to
help me.
Yeah,
okay.
to help you balance
You can
out.
come, all of you, at my place tonight, and invent excuses.
we like it here. Just buy us drinks here. We're fine. The red corner.
But that will not help if I go back.
Has been quite busy asking questions, but your blue corner has been quite quiet. So I don't know if you want to encourage them.
We noticed the socks colors. We were
What?
thinking that you guys.
The red corner.
Yes.
We did that on purpose.
Was that organized?
No.
Okay, it was a coincidence.
A matter of personal choice.
I like. Well, that's.
Anyways,
I changed myself. So
guys, what I wanted to put across is be very, very. When you take up a new exercise, whatever it is, be very prepared as to what is to follow or what sacrifices you have to make. It's something sometimes very difficult, and I asked the question on purpose, of course, because Victor was showing me pictures of his kid in a jacket without a shirt, because he doesn't wear shirts, prefers t-shirts, whatever.
I don't know where he learned that.
And I can see the emotion of a father not being there with his child, whatever he had. I'm trying to make him emotional now. But this happens. I mean, I'm not sure. Is there a time...
I'm always emotional. It's hard to make me rational.
Is there any better time in life to push? I mean, some of the guys here are quite young. Shall we say, well, give it all until you're 25, then you get married and take it slow? Or is there a way you can look for a work-life balance all throughout your career?
I'm a sales guy, background. It's every time, all the time, any time is the best time to push, if you feel like that. So, and probably that's what I did. When I felt that there is a moment to push, I pushed. Okay, it helps a bit of preparation behind that, or maybe some just, planets being aligned. But I don't believe that much in luck and planets being aligned. But all the time I felt that this is the right decision. Maybe I put some rationale sometimes behind that. I pushed. I'm not telling that is the perfect or the good receipt. That's what I did. Some people may have done it differently. But I remember some guys telling me that I'm crazy when in 1998 I went to Ukraine for 1 year. It was not exactly heaven there. But it was a good experience. I met a lot of Bulgarians, by the way. I still remember Mitko, Kostov, Niki, Plamen. Some of them might be in Sofia these days. I need to meet them. But many people, they said, you are crazy. Why do you go in Ukraine? So that's how I felt at that moment. It seemed to be right. And it was a good step in the career, but also like a great experience for a young guy. Back then, I was a young guy, what I call. So I pushed. And I recently seen on LinkedIn, because I use it a lot, a picture with an entrepreneur saying that there is never too late to do it. Might relate to this one. You are 60, you can become an entrepreneur, push for it, go for it.
Victor, speaking about friends in other countries and speaking about talking with them and sharing experience with them, we want to invite you to enjoy a video that we're gonna play right now, which is a surprise for you. So let's enjoy. It will be a surprise with a challenge.
What did you do? Huh? Is it the guys from UK? Okay, listen.
Hi Victor, hello dear audience. My name is Roxana and I'm key account manager with Sutex Romania. Dear Victor, I hope you are having fun in Bulgaria. The same we had working with you for 3.5 years, which by the way were really awesome years for all of us. I know you are such a big fan of Top Gear and of communicating 24/7. I remember a lot of meetings, business lunches, or even you driving on the highway and writing emails and texts on your phone and without looking at it. So I don't know, it's like a superpower that you have, or maybe it's just an addiction like we have all of us. Anyway, since you are such a brilliant salesman, my challenge to you is, can you convince your audience to give up their smartphones and social media for a couple of days? Because I'm sure you can't, so good luck with that.
That's, I won't do that. I don't believe in that. But by the way, that's fake news. I'm not driving and texting, right? Believe me, cross my heart. Maybe sometimes. No, I cannot do that. I don't believe it's correct. I cannot convince somebody to drop on the social media for a few days unless he feels like that, unless he feels he needs more time for the family maybe, he wants to drive safely, he wants to feel that he's in control of his full life, he doesn't want to see friends from abroad internationally. It could be many other reasons and benefits, but...
Can you do the opposite?
To convince them to use social media?
Yes.
That I could try maybe, because I truly believe social media is part of it. But any good sales guy should start by listening the needs, and then I don't think we have enough time to spend on that. But I could try to put some benefits behind that on myself. So, like asking questions and getting the answers from myself. I truly believe in social media because it's part of our life, of this technology that takes over. And I could try to write, especially for the salespeople, some of the benefits being present in there, learning, prospecting, getting information, and so on. You tell me, guys, what do you want? Shall I convince you not to use it or to use it? No, I heard a no. Damn it. Well, let's take the challenge, the no, which is a bit fake, because I started already. So who is in room here and he never got a message or a reply from his partner or wife or husband or whatever that he's not paying enough attention? Is it anybody saying that he never got that? Any yes, any no? A bit of quiet. It's not the right approach then. I will kill Roxana, I guess. Anybody in the room going to bed quite late for nothing, just sitting on the phone? Ah, I have some yes here. Did you ever thought of changing that? And what would be the reason or benefits of changing this?
I don't want to talk with you directly,
Oh,
Victor,
yeah.
so talk
Is
with
it
the
me?
audience, sorry.
I was trying to convince you to drop on the social media. I will just kill Roxana and give up on that. No, I will fully advise to use the social media. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to sell that to you. I let this to happen. But put some control maybe in it, which I'm not managing to do it from time to time. So please use it, and I think I already sold it because that event was promoted online. Everybody bought it before I started even selling. So you are on social media already.
The whole Romania is watching us now, that's why it's in English.
Yeah, I'm giving up, I guess, on this.
Would you consider the benefits of social media more than the negative effects of it? How would you? Just today I was reading that where I was staying on the traffic light. By the way, I was not texting, just reading, but it was very crowded. That unfortunately social media right now offers a little bit of a distorted picture, because the technology helps all these sites and businesses with their algorithms to know exactly what we like. Therefore, we start, that was the article about, therefore we start seeing only what we like, and it starts to become like an ideal world around us, and that would be one, probably, I wouldn't like, although I like social media, I wouldn't like to see only what I like.
So that's one of the ugly, probably, parts of it. It might build in our brain an idealistic world like a crystal palace that it might not even exist. So that, I think it should be treated carefully. I don't know how. I'm not that smart to change those algorithms. There are much more smarter people building that. And the only effect that I thought most of the time is how to not allow that it's eating too much time from my personal life. Because in the office, I use it for business purposes. I can mix it and so on. That's okay. I don't feel I lose too much time because I'm managing to stay quite focused. But with the family, is this ugly thing that is happening. Sometimes you neglect it because you feel more comfortable. So you neglect it and you go and you exaggerate. So probably we need more control on this. I'm not able to give a receipt or a perfect answer because I don't know it. And I'm not able also to convince any of you to drop on social media because I believe social media is part of what we do today. It will be like refusing to be present.
Very good.
I will still kill Roxana.
Any final questions for Victor? Somebody who wants to be hired or fired? Huh?
I'm not in the position to do that. It's just a joke, guys.
We have one last challenge for you. Oh. Let's make it more romantic. We have music? No.
Oh gosh, don't ask me to sing or dance.
We don't have music.
Nobody's that guilty.
Oh, we have music. Great.
Oh,
so,
I know this song.
It's your favorite song, right? No, it's not video. It's not video challenge. I have some questions for you. These questions were asked in our registration form for the event. So it will be a kind of a Blitz interview. You have 2 minutes, and I have some questions for you. You have 2 minutes to answer.
Just to explain my reaction on that song before we start, because I don't have the time. No, sit.
Okay.
That's a movie with exactly this soundtrack that I made on the iPhone on a team building, and I thought the Romanian guy sent you that movie.
Oh, great.
It's a coincidence with the soundtrack. I was like,
So, we have 2 minutes, and if you answer to all of the questions, you get the prize from our audience.
What's the prize?
I can't tell you now.
Then I'm not sure if I'm motivated enough.
It's also a surprise. So. Okay. Victor, what's your favorite quote?
Screw it, let's do it. I just mentioned it. Or be the change you want to see in the world.
Can you give me the first synonym when you hear the word leader?
Human. Human.
Human. What's your dream now?
Now I have no dream.
You
right
don't?
now I'm just sitting in front of
Okay,
you.
after 5 minutes?
To have a happy family.
Great. Are you happy now?
I'm happy now.
What's your biggest professional challenge?
Doing what I like and keep doing what I like.
And now, very important question. What are the best 3 ways of motivating employees without financial element involved?
Be humble, say thank you, be authentic.
What do you like about Bulgaria?
My son's reaction to Bulgaria.
Excuse me?
My son's reactions to Bulgaria.
Right. How to train our creativity?
Practice, and there is no box. I agree with there is no box.
And last question. What is the one thing that you want to do but never do?
Skydiving.
Skydiving.
I never did it. I want to do it.
That's all. Applause.
Thank you.
That's your prize. That's your prize. That's your award.
Skydiving is my award?
Thank you. No.
Thank you, guys.
Applause.
It's a lovely prize.
Thank you. So, some final words. And we move to our tombola.
It looks like... so final words from
Yeah, if you have any final questions, or anyone in the crowd, if you have any final questions, just say. Or else, Iavor, if you have anything as a final question to Victor, as something that maybe you didn't manage to ask?
I've got a quite final questions. Just want to ask, just want to say that it's been a lovely meeting you anyway. And a bit of advice for the guys here is when you see a nice person, try to squeeze him out. Of course, tonight we probably didn't ask all the questions we had in mind. It's been quite short, probably quite long for some of us here up on stage. But when you see somebody like this, try to get the most out of them. Such guys make great mentors.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's very kind of you.
I know.
I'm still not paying more.
But we're being honest here.
Okay, so every one of you, when you entered Carousel, you wrote your name. So right now, Victor is gonna choose one of you, and I will invite that person with us on stage. This person is going to have the opportunity to meet Victor personally outside the format of this current event.
I hope it will be a prize, not a punishment.
Yes,
for the
we
person.
all do hope this will be a prize, and you will tell us more about the book that you chose. But first, let's see who's the winner. Okay.
Hristo Stoichkov.
It's
Svetelina
Svetelina Mikhailova.
Ah.
Is Svetelina here?
We're not lying, it's Hristo.
Is Svetelina Mikhailova here? Is she here?
Otherwise, she
no?
must be magic. How did she do
Yes,
that?
no? I think no. So maybe we can try another one. Yeah, try another one.
It's a phone number, I'll keep that. Berbatov. No.
Iavor Stoichev.
Iavor Stoichev.
Is Iavor here? Yes, okay, Iavor, come on stage.
Thank you. I didn't know any other football player.
Iavor, come on
Is it him?
stage.
Stoichev, right?
Yes, Stoichev. Yes.
Iavor.
Here is Iavor. Yes, here he is. So meet Iavor.
Nice to meet you, Iavor.
And your other Iavor.
The other Iavor. So I have a Victor in audience and here's a Iavor on the stage.
So-
You won that one.
Step in my shoes.
Iavor, tell me, how did the event go? Do you like it?
Yes, I liked the event very much. I think there were some really cool questions that were asked around, building a team, building a good culture around your team. And that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to discussing with you. Because I work in a small company called Perpedo. I'm one of the founders. I'm not a CDO per se, but I am one of the really
You don't want to be.
high-level software guys. So I think that, building a team is a very important step, even for a small company. And it's very important that we do it right from day one.
I cannot agree more, and I hope I can be any kind of inspirational to that. Any question that you didn't got the chance to ask?
I'll prepare for our
All right.
next meeting.
Okay.
Okay, good. So maybe Victor, tell us more about the book, and then we can wrap it up.
Well, then it fits because the book I was thinking of, it's Richard Branson. I didn't know the event in Sofia, by the way, so now it's like push. But I was thinking about that Screw It, Let's Do It book. I'm not sure if you go through it, if you did go through it already or not. You know the Screw It, Let's Do It book that Richard
book?
Branson wrote? Screw It, Let's Do It.
I've heard of it, but I haven't read it.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we stick to the book, otherwise I would have changed it. I think, especially for an entrepreneur, it's great. It might be a little bit outdated, let's say, but the principles behind that, I think they're still very, very valid. And by the way, the person is still a very inspirational leader, which I call a leader. I will share that with you, electronic or hard copy. If it's hard copy, I need to order another one. I just realized it's in Romanian. But I'll order another one and give it to you, or I can have it as a Kindle or iPad book for you. And then we go for a talk.
Okay, good.
Anyway.
So thank you very much. I invite you to kind of say your final words and see what is your summary or your overall takeaways from the meeting. Okay, so Victor.
First of all, thank you. Organizers, hosts, you, by the way. But thank you, everybody, actually, who is in this room. It's my first such event in Bulgaria. Let me say that. And I recognize I was, and I'm still a bit nervous about that. I was even joking with Iavor that being nervous or being a bit scared, I think in the same time is good. Otherwise, there are some people saying you're stupid, you don't realize what happens. But thank you for being here, taking some of your time and putting that time in this evening and allowing some exchange, because I know it will be some exchange and some listening and some challenging, I hope, and so on. Because I truly believe this is the biggest or the greatest gift you can give to yourself as well, but also to the people like us here. Giving a little bit of your time, it's absolutely the most precious thing these days, in my opinion. And as I like social interaction, I will fully enjoy being able to interact with you. I hope I will be able to give you a positive feeling about that too. Otherwise, you should just tell me and I'll know what to do with that. So thank you for all these opportunities. Being so many entrepreneurs, just go for it. Don't be like me and wait. And then if you wait, at least make sure you are not sorry about that. And that's why I feel comfortable. And let's meet again.